Hello friends, welcome to lecture number 4 of unit number 4 Network Security. Myself Nikul Jaiswal, lecturer in Computer Engineering, Sri KJ Polytechnic, Bharuch. So let's have a quick recap of our previous lecture. So in the previous lecture we have discussed the trusted system, the use of trusted system and why the trusted system is necessary. In the trusted system, we have discussed the data access control. So in the data access control, we will construct the access control matrix, and in the access control matrix, there will be a access control list, and that will provide the information which subject can uh, get the access to which object. That means which user can access the particular file. So that access will be provided based on the access control list in the access control matrix. After that, we have seen the concept of trusted system. So we can classify the certain informations. We can categorize the information that has been stored in the organization, and based on that category of the information, we can provide the access to the particular user to particular file, and that access the and the in the concept of access system, concept of trusted system, there are two main parameters. First is no read up and no write down. So the access will be provided based on that two particular rules. After that, we have seen the reference monitor concept. So in the reference monitor concept, there will be a reference monitor file, and based on the entries in the file, the reference monitor will grant the access to the particular object for the particular subject, and all the access will be recorded into the audit file. Now in today's lecture we will discuss the Kerberos authentication service. So Kerberos is the authentication mechanism that has been designed by the MIT, and we will discuss how the Kerberos authentication service will work. So first of all, the Kerberos is the network authentication protocol. So whenever we use the client and server model, in the client and server model we can use the Kerberos authentication mechanism. So that will help the system to authenticate the client for the particular services. So it is designed to provide a strong authentication for the client and server application by using the secret key cryptography. So Kerberos was created by the MIT as a solution to authentication problem, and it is actually open source, and anybody can use the Kerberos authentication system that has been designed by the MIT. The Kerberos protocol uses the strong cryptography so that a client can prove its identity to a server, and it is a vice versa. That means the server can also provide the identity to the client across the insecure network connections. So Kerberos is built in all major operating systems including Microsoft Windows, Apple OS X and FreeBSD and Linux. So all the major operating systems include the Kerberos as a default authentication mechanism. So major part of the Kerberos systems are: first is client. So the client acts on behalf of the user and initiate the communication for the service request. The server hosts the service and the user want to access. So basically the client will use the services that has been provided by the server. Now the server will only provide the service to the authenticated client. So for the authentication between the client and server, the Kerberos system will be used. So the basic work of the Kerberos system is to authenticate the particular client for the particular server and the service. Then the next and the major part of the Kerberos system is the key distribution center. So basically the key distribution center is divided in three parts. So all the three parts will be work on the single server, and that the three parts will be the database, the authentication server and the ticket granting server. So basically the authentication of the user will be done by the authentication server, and based on the information provided by the authentication server, the ticket granting server will work, and the information about the clients will be stored on the authenticated client will be stored on the database. So whenever any client request for the service to the server, the information will be checked into the database whether the client is authenticated server user or not. If the client is authenticated user, then the authentication server will grant the permission to use the services to the client. So all the three parts will exist in a single server called as a key distribution center. Now the major part of the key distribution server is first is authentication server. So the authentication server perform the desired client authentication. If the authentication happens successfully, the authentication server issues a client a ticket called TGT, that is also called as a ticket granting ticket. This ticket assures the other server that the client is authenticated. So when any client requests for the authentication to the server, if the client is authenticated user, then the authentication server will give him a ticket. The ticket will be called as a TGT, and the ticket will help the client to use the particular service in the server. The next is ticket granting server. The TGS is the application server that issues the service ticket as a service. So this is the basic working workflow diagram of the Kerberos. So you can see here, this is the client and this is the server. So client want to use the services that has been provided by this server. Now before using this service of the server, client need to be authenticated. Now that authentication will be done by this key distribution center. Now the key distribution center will contain first authentication server and second is ticket granting server. So both the services will be run on the key distribution center. So the authentication of the client will be done on this side. After the authentication, the client will use the services that has been provided by this server. So you can see here there are basically 6 operations. So whenever any client want to communicate with the server, or if any client want to use the service of the particular server, the client will send the request to the authentication server. Now authentication server will authenticate the particular client. So client will log on to the server by using the user ID and password. If the client is authenticated server, then the authentication server will provide the TGT, that is ticket granting ticket. So this ticket will be provided to the client if the authentication is successful. If the authentication is not successful, then the TGT will not be issued. So let's suppose the authentication is successful, then the authentication server will provide the TGT to the client. So TGT will be called as a ticket granting ticket. Now what the client will do, the TGT will be sent to a ticket granting server. So when the ticket granting server receives the TGT, the ticket granting server can easily understand that the particular client is authenticated by the authentication server. Clear? Now it will verify the TGT, and if the ticket granting ticket is valid, then the client to server ticket will be provided to the client. That means if client generate any fake TGT, then the client to server ticket will not be generated. So client need to give the TGT that has been provided by the authentication server. So TGT will be given to the ticket granting server. The ticket granting server will verify the TGT. If the verification of the TGT is successful, then and then the ticket granting server will provide the ticket, client to service ticket, to the client. After receiving the client to server ticket, the client is successfully authenticated. Now client to server ticket will be provided to the server. Now what the server will do, server will check the valid it will verify the client to server ticket. If the client to server ticket is properly verified, then and then the access to the of the server to this client will be provided. So whole authentication will be done by the key distribution center, and based on the authentication, the server will provide the services to the client. So this is how the Kerberos authentication system will be work. So this is the basic working of the Kerberos. The user asks for the ticket granting ticket from the authentication server. This request include the client ID. So client will send some identity document to the authentication server, and it will ask for the ticket granting ticket from the authentication server. The authentication server checks the database for the client and ticket granting service availability. If the ticket granting server is available, and the client is authorized user of the service, then the authentication server will generate the TGT and send it to the user. So whenever client requests for the ticket granting ticket to the authentication server, the authentication server will check into the database whether the client is authorized to use the service or not, and after that it will also check the ticket granting server is available or not. If both the value is available, then and then the ticket granting ticket will be generated, and that TGT will be sent to the particular client. Now the client uses the TGT to request the access. So the client will request the client to server ticket from the TGS by sending the extracted TGT. So that TGT that has been received from the authentication server will be sent to the uh, TGS, that is ticket granting server. Now the TGS verify the TGT and client. Both the verification will be done by the TGS and issues the client to server ticket if the TGT and the client both are valid. Then the user present a request and client to server ticket to desired service. So the user or the client will send that client to server ticket to the particular server to use the desired service. If the client to server ticket is valid, so that validation will be checked by the server, then the service is granted to the client. So this is the basic working of the Kerberos, and the entire session is strongly encrypted, and that will eliminate the insecure transmission of items such as tickets that can be intercepted on the network. So whole the system will use the strong encryption, and we can say that the fake ticket cannot be generated, and if any user generate any fake tickets, then the server will come to know that the ticket is generated illegally. So this was all about the Kerberos and the working of Kerberos. I hope you did understand all the topics that have been discussed in this video lecture. Thank you so much.